Good evening. I just wanted to check in again right quick. Honestly, I feel like I've been kind of watering down my content, trying to give everybody baby steps or whatnot to make sure everybody keeps up with what I be sharing. But I feel like I need to just go ahead and just give a quick little overview about this whole thing that we call the human experience, because perception is everything, and we have been miseducated to understand things totally wrong. So I'm going to share a quick little overview of what's really going on and how this thing that we call life really works. So first off, you are not a human being. Like, let that sink in, let that sit. Because that's one of the biggest blockages that's going to stop you from making any progress in any way, shape, or form, is believing and internalizing that you're a human being. You are not a human being per se by origin. Now, yes, you are and we are having a human experience. Yes, that is one of the things that our souls decided that it wanted to experience, and thus here we are having a human experience. But we are not human beings. We are souls. We are spirits first and foremost, above anything. Matter of fact, not first, just period. That's just the reality of things, is that we are spirits and souls. That is the reality where we reside in eternally. These little pit stops that we make here and there, having these little human experiences and all of that, that's all they are. They're just moments in time, just helping us to grow and develop and create some expansion that we could not otherwise receive outside of incarnating in these different dimensional realities. So, first thing, stop thinking you're a human first. Yes, you have on a suit, you are experiencing a human reality, but you are not a human. You are a spirit having a human experience. That is the first thing. And once you can get that awareness going and understand that you are not your body, but you're actually so much more than this outside appearance, then you can start making some progress. Progress can be made, because now you're making space for higher awareness to come in, and you can start to grow and evolve off of that. So first thing, you are not a human. You are a spirit, a fractal of Mother, Father, God, having a human experience for growth and expansion. That's the first thing. Secondly, this whole thing is a program. It's a construct. This is not reality. If anything, this is unreality. You know what I'm saying? This was structured and set up in order for us to experience polarity. Polarity is the opposite of something. You know what I'm saying? So if you come from the realms of divine love and light and positivity and grace and all of that, how can you ever experience negativity? How can you ever experience loss, hurt, pain, disease, disruption, and all of those low vibrational things that make up this physical construct? You can't. And so you become stagnated, so to speak, to a point, because there's a limit on how you can develop based off what you are exposed to. So things were created so that you could continue growth. Mother, Father, God can continue their growth and expansion through us, through everyone's personal individual experiences that we go through in this thing called life. So once again, we are not humans first. We are souls. We are spirits. We are fractals of Mother, Father, God, experiencing themselves through us in all these particular forms, shapes, and realities for growth and expansion. Secondly, we are in Revelations. I don't know if everybody is aware or not, but we are in Revelations. And what's going on is we have been kept unaware of our true divine essence by lower dimensional and lower vibrational beings that feed off of our ignorance and fear and lack mentality and scarcity mindset and disruptive, them against us against them. They are wrong, we are right. All the conflict is what feeds these entities. You know what I'm saying? That's what feeds them. That's why if you pay any kind of attention to anything that goes on in this world, you'll see every time you turn around, there is always something going on. There's a shooting here, there's a war there, there's a this happening here, there's this happening here, there's another disease, this is always something going on to keep us in a place and state of fear. So that is a part of the game. That is a part of the game. And we are the biggest pawns being used in this game to keep this game going. And once we wake up, as they say, game is over. Like if you pay any kind of attention to anything, you'll notice even a little history back a little ways. Anytime anyone ever comes and tries to raise the awareness of humanity and tell them that love is the way, what happens to them? All of a sudden, mysterious death, or straight outright, DOA. Like that's never been hidden. Anytime anyone ever came and tried to share a voice with the people, they get a scope on ASAP, because you wasn't allowed to reveal the construct of this thing that we call the Matrix. And the Matrix is actually not even outside of yourself, it's inside of you, because universal law, Mother, Father, God give us free will. So we don't have to submit or succumb to any type of influence outside of us unless it's by our own free will. We have to choose to participate in that experience or to participate with that reality. You know what I'm saying? But people don't really understand free will. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand how simple, like, yes, you saying no or not agreeing to move along with something or whatnot. I mean, sure, there may be some ramifications behind that, or whatnot. But at the end of the day, that's the whole purpose of why I said you have to understand that you are not your body. And there is nothing that they can do to you outside of threatening to take your body away from you, which is what they call death. But as you evolve and you progress and you understand, there is no such thing as death. There's no such thing as death. Like, we don't, with death, where they do that at? You know what I'm saying? All we do is transition. Like, this is not your first round here. So real quick, this is not your first round here. Before you even are born, your soul and your spirit team and your guides and everything, all of your heavenly patrons, they help you set up what is known as a soul contract. And this soul contract is, okay, what it is that you're trying to accomplish this round. And you've done this many times. This is not your first rodeo, and this won't be your last. I mean, that's just the way that it is. But what it is so you set up something known as your soul contract. And what your soul contract consists of is, how can you elevate or raise your awareness to gain more expansion and understanding about whatever particular thing it is that your soul is desiring at that time. And also, through your many lives that you've had incarnating in and out of physical realms, you may have accumulated some karma, some negative karma that you didn't come in with. And so the way that energy works is energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed, transmuted. And so if you create negative energy in a lifetime, then that is going to be the top of your list of things to do in your next incarnation, is to clear that past karma up that you created that you didn't mean to create, because you have to get that off. You have to balance. Everything is balanced. What you create, you have to experience and everything like that, and you have to resolve. You cannot have a low vibe and negative energy that's of your creation just floating around with no resolve. At some point, some way, shape, or form, you have to balance that debt. And so that's why it seems to the untrained eye that people are born into these realities and their lives are just chaos. From the beginning down there all the way to the end. But what people don't realize is that it's a calculated chaos. You know what I'm saying? And what appears to be chaos is actually that soul clearing up some of its karmic debt from past incarnations so that it can start ascending again to higher realms of being. That's pretty much what it is, because that's what was going on with me. When especially this round, I didn't know what was going on. I felt like I've been exposed to so many extremes from out the gate. Like, I feel like I was under attack from day one. And I always had a chip on my shoulder for a long time, for a major part of my life, because it was so much stuff, just continuously negative stuff. What I thought at the time was negative kept coming my way. Every time I turn around, something was going on, and I'm just like, damn, who did it? Like, who did I do it to? Who did I do it to, man? And why? Like, why me, man? I've lost children. I've had attempts on my life. I've even killed myself. I've smacked poles. I've been in all kind of incarcerations. And, man, I have a hell of a testimony to tell, in which I have been sharing, pretty much through my videos, a lot of my videos that I share. But I always try not to really make it about me. My goal is to help people understand the whats and the whys about this thing that we call life. So, once again, we are not humans first. We are souls having a human experience. That's the first thing you need to understand and incorporate, because I promise you, once you realize that you are not these suits, it will make life a whole lot more manageable. And then another big jewel that I want to share is, don't take nothing personal in this life. Like, nothing is personal. You know what I'm saying? Unless, you create a situation with somebody in the physical where y'all end up doing stuff to each other and y'all create a person or something. But I'm just saying, far as just things happening that's out of your control in this world, don't take nothing personal. Look at it like, oh, okay. What is it that I am supposed to be learning from this particular thing? That is the lesson. And when you can start approaching life like that, you on your way. You on your way, because the answers will come. Like there's a saying, seek and you shall find. You know what I'm saying? Ask and it shall be given to you. Knock and the door will be opened unto you. But you have to be in that space where the universe sees, okay, you're ready to start receiving higher awarenesses of the whats and whys. So just understand that. That's really what I want to get across today. We are not human beings first. We are spirits having a human experience, And in this human experience is for the growth and development and expansion of our souls. Like when we leave these bodies, we go back to our home, to the soul plane, where we end up doing a life review. So we get a soul contract when we come in. We decide what we're going to do to clear, cleanse, and elevate, give us the potential to reach our highest timeline for that particular season. And then when we leave, we do a soul review. And we see how much did we accomplish off of that checklist that we created when we decided to incarnate. And based off of that checklist, then we'll know, in our next incarnation, what it is that we still need to work on, or what we never have to be exposed to again because we've mastered it. And evolution continues. So once again, just simply put, when you can understand that this is not personal, this is actually a creation that we created for ourselves. Like people want to blame, oh, well, why God don't this, why God, and God is doing everything. Like you are the one that created your life plan. So what you have going on in your reality, believe it or not, that was all you. That was your creation. This is what your soul created in order for you to be able to become the best and highest version of yourself during this particular incarnation. Nothing outside of you has anything to do with you. Like I tell people all the time, what is my saying? I say all the time is salvation is personal. Nothing outside of you is gonna save you. Nothing outside of you can save you. We are our own saviors, wrapped up in the murky waters of the flesh, and we just forgot who we were and how powerful we are along the way. That's it. But nothing can save you. And when you get back to that other side and you do your life review and all that, you'll remember all of this. And you remember why you signed up to come, what you set up to do. All your memories come back, and you remember that you are an eternal being of light that has always been and always will be. And you are just experimenting, through this thing that we call life, and trying to elevate and raise your conscious awareness and your vibration, and maybe shake off some past negatives that you might have created in your sleeping days when you didn't have the awareness. So just the main point I want to get across is nothing is personal. And if you can approach life like that and start not taking anything personal, but always look at it as, what is the lesson that I should be learning from this? Life becomes a whole lot smoother. The sun shines a whole lot brighter, and yeah, now progress can start to be made. And now the universe is going to start kicking in more and sending you signs and symbols and synchronicities and all that, because it sees that, okay, you're ready for the next stage of your evolution, of your awareness. Because the universe, they tell you that God will never give you more than you can handle. That's the truth. Like, you're only going to be given portions at a time until the universe, Mother, Father, God, Source, Creator, however you want to call it, sees that you're ready to step into a higher awareness of what's going on and the realities and facts of life. So that's all I really wanted to check in and share with. Like, I'm gonna start, I feel like I've been watering myself down, trying to keep a pace for the people, but that's not for me. My job is to plant seeds of truth and then let the truth blossom out and unfold as it may, where it does and when it does. That's not on me. My only job is to plant the seeds, and then it's up to everybody else what they do with them. So I'm out here today. It's a beautiful day outside. Figured I'd come out, maybe work on my tan a little bit. Gotta stay under that sun. I love the sun. I'm a Leo. My birthday coming up. I'm about to be 46 years young. It's a beautiful thing. It's been a heck of a journey this round. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next stages and chapter of this thing that we call life. Like, I'm not afraid of life anymore. I understand now, and I'm ready to see what challenges and blessings and everything in between. This whole merry-go-round, it is a blessing in itself. You know, the good, the bad, and everything in between. When you get back on the other side, you'll understand, you know, that this thing is a blessing, this experience, this exposure, and especially to be here in these days and times, because we are in Revelations. And I got you. That's what I'm about to do. I've been, like I said, I've been kind of holding back, but I have plenty of hidden truths that's, well, I see now they're starting to appear all over the place. So why not join in and give my portion too? So with that being said, I'll have more subject matter coming soon. And yeah, just brace yourself, because it's a lot. But the beautiful thing about everything is Mother, Father, God has never left us, could never leave us, and we are very well cared for and protected, where no weapon formed against us can prosper. You know, one of my favorite sayings I got from a channel I'll be watching say, God hired me, who gonna fire me? Ain't that the truth? I can definitely admit to that. I've been carried through a lot of trials. And yes, God hired me, who gonna fire me? Nobody. There's nothing in this world that can stop me from spreading and shining this light. So peace and love to all. I love y'all. Stay blessed. And it's time to tune in. It's time to tune in. But until the next one, y'all be blessed. Peace.